Last time, good afternoon, and last time we had one comparison test. That is first comparison test on the convergence of two series. Is my voice audible, Darshan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So what the first comparison test says is, if you have two series, sigma an and sigma bn, both are a series of positive terms, and if sigma bn is convergent, that is the second series sigma bn is convergent, and it satisfies one more condition, that is each term an is less than or equal to k times every term of bn except perhaps finite number of terms in the beginning, and k is a positive number, then sigma an is also convergent. If sigma bn is convergent, then sigma an is also convergent. This is first comparison test, and we had the proof for that one also. Let us go to the second comparison test. So what the second comparison test says is, let sigma n and sigma bn be two series of positive terms such that sigma bn is divergent and an is greater than or equal to kbn. In the previous test, an is less than or equal to kbn, but here an is greater than or equal to kbn, except perhaps a finite number of terms in the beginning. That is, if once you omit some terms here, it doesn't alter. Convergence or divergence will not be altered, and k greater than 0, then sigma an is also divergent. That is, you have two series, sigma n and sigma bn. They are different series. And what is given? Sigma bn is divergent, that is given. And one more condition is given. Every term of sigma an, that is an, is greater than or equal to k times every term of bn, and k positive. Then sigma an is also divergent. That is, if sigma bn is divergent, sigma an is also divergent. Proof is quite simple. So let's take the nth partial sum of sigma an. So what is nth partial sum? It is denoted by capital S suffix n, which is equal to the sum of n terms of this series sigma n. Remember, sigma n is an infinite series, but what is Sn? It is only sum of n terms. So what is Sn? It is a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus so on up to an. Similarly, you have Tn. What is Tn? It is the sum of n terms of the second series. What is the second series? Sigma bn. So sigma bn, it's the nth term, the sum of n terms is denoted by capital Tn, which is equal to b1 plus b2 plus b3 so on up to bn. What is given? It is given that sigma bn is divergent. Sigma bn is divergent. What I have to prove? Sigma an is also divergent. If sigma bn is divergent, what I have to prove is sigma bn is divergent. If sigma bn is divergent, when you say a series is divergent, if its nth partial sum tends to infinity as n tends to infinity. That is, what is the nth partial sum of sigma bn? That is Tn. So limit of Tn as n tends to infinity is plus infinity. This is because sigma bn is divergent implies its nth partial sum. What the nth partial sum of sigma bn is Tn. So limit of Tn as n tends to infinity is plus infinity. Now what is our Sn? It is a1 plus a2 plus a3 so on up to an. But here another condition is given. What is that? An is greater than or equal to kbn. Let us use this condition. How do you use this condition? If you replace n by 1, a1 is greater than or equal to kb1. If you replace n by 2, you will get a2 is greater than or equal to kb2. Similarly, a3 is greater than or equal to kb3. So that we shall use this. A1 is greater than or equal to kb1, A2 is greater than or equal to kb2, A3 is greater than or equal to kb3, so on an is greater than or equal to kbn. This is because this condition is given, an is greater than or equal to kb1. Therefore, you can replace a1 by what? kb1, a2 greater than or equal to kb2, a3 greater than or equal to kb3, like this. So you have a common factor k, you take it outside. So if you take the common factor k outside, you will get b1 plus b2 plus b3 so on up to bn. But what is b1 plus b2 plus b3 so on up to bn? That is Tn. What's our Tn? It is b1 plus b2 plus b3 so on up to bn. So you can write this as KTN. So what we have is Sn greater than or equal to K times Tn. Take limit as n tends to infinity on both sides. Limit of Sn as n tends to infinity greater than or equal to limit of K times Tn as n tends to infinity. But what is limit of Tn as n tends to infinity? It is plus infinity. Therefore, it is plus infinity because it is a series of positive terms. It diverges to plus infinity. There is a theorem. Okay. So this implies limit of Sn as n tends to infinity is plus infinity because limit of Sn is greater than or equal to limit of Ktn. But limit of Ktn as n tends to infinity is infinity. Therefore, limit of Sn as n tends to infinity is infinity. What is Sn? It is nth partial sum of sigma an. But nth partial sum diverges to plus infinity implies by definition of divergence, sigma an is divergent because Sn is the nth partial sum of sigma n, therefore it is divergent. So what the meaning of this theorem is, if you have two series sigma n and sigma bn, the second series sigma bn is divergent and it satisfies a1 greater than or equal to kb1, a2 greater than or equal to kb2 and so on, an is greater than or equal to kbn. If sigma bn is divergent, here sigma bn is divergent, it is given. What we have proved now, sigma an is also divergent. This is second comparison test. So these tests are very important in solving some problems. Okay, let us go to the third comparison test. This test is very important. Many of the problems could be solved alone by this test. That is third comparison test. It is in the limit form. So what it says is, if we have two series sigma n and sigma bn, suppose these two are series of positive terms, and limit of nth term of sigma an, that is an, divided by bn as n tends to infinity, suppose it is a finite quantity and non-zero quantity, and it should be different from zero and it should be finite. Then sigma an and bn both converge or diverge together. The meaning of this is, you have two series sigma n and sigma bn. The two series are series of positive terms. Take nth term of sigma n, that is an. Take nth term, remember not nth partial sum, but is nth term. So an divided by bn as limit n tends to infinity. If it is, if you evaluate this limit, if you find out the value of this limit an by bn for a particular two series, if you find that if it is not zero and if it is a finite number, then sigma n and sigma bn both convert or divert together. The meaning of the last line is, if sigma bn is convergent, sigma n is also convergent. If sigma an is convergent, sigma bn is also convergent. Second possibility is, if sigma bn is divergent, sigma an is also divergent. Similarly, if sigma an is divergent, sigma bn is also divergent. That is, sigma an and sigma bn both behave alike. That is, both converge or diverge together. The behavior of these two series, that depends on this limit. If you find out this limit, if the limit is not zero and it is a finite quantity, then the two series converge or diverge. That depends on the two series. If sigma bn is convergent, sigma n is also convergent. If sigma bn is divergent, sigma an is also divergent. That is the meaning of this. But what is given? It is given that in the proof, limit n tends to infinity, an by bn is a finite quantity. Limit of an by bn as n tends to infinity, if we take the limit, it is a finite quantity. Finite quantity says it is equal to L, where L is finite. And not zero finite quantity. Non-zero implies it is not equal to zero. What is the definition of a limit? Limit definition is, for a given epsilon positive, however small, there exists a positive integer m such that modulus of an by bn minus L is less than epsilon for every n greater than or equal to m. This is the definition of the limit. If I say that limit of an by bn as n tends to infinity is L, implies the difference between, that is the modulus, an by bn minus L is less than epsilon for every n greater than or equal to m, where epsilon is a positive number, m is a positive integer. If once you remove the modulus, you know how to remove the modulus. ಅದನ್ನ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಈ ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಸ್ ತೆಗೆಯೋದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ. If once you remove the modulus, you can write an by bn is less than l plus epsilon and l minus epsilon for every n, removing the first m terms, because here it holds for n greater than or equal to m. ಅಂದ್ರೆ m ಗಿಂತ ಮುಂದಿನ ನಂಬರ್ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಈ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಲಿಮಿಟಿನ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಆದ್ರೆ m ಹೊರಗಿನ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದುಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡೋಣ. Because ಕೆಲವು removal of some finite number of terms in a series will not alter the convergence ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ರಿಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಇದೆ. ರಿಮೂವಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಥವಾ ರಿಮೂವಲ್ ಒಂದೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಸೀರೀಸ್ಗೆ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತೆಗೆದು ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು. ಹೇಗೆ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಾರು ತೆಗೆಯೋದಲ್ಲ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ತೆಗಿಬಹುದು, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ತೆಗಿಬಹುದು, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಬರೇ ತೆಗೆದ್ರೂ ಸಾಕು ಅಥವಾ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಸಾಕು, ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬದಲಾಗಲ್ಲ. ದಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಆಲ್ಟರ್ಡ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂ ಗಿಂತ ಮುಂದಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಂಬರಿಗೂ ಇದು ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಮ್ಮಿನ ಹಿಂದಿನ ನಂಬರಿಗೆ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಆಯ್ತು. ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗದಿದ್ದ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ತೆಗೆದು ಬಿಡೋಣ. ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗದಿದ್ದ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದು? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಂ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್. ಅದಷ್ಟು ತೆಗೆದುಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಎಂ ಗಿಂತ ಮುಂದಿನ ನಂಬರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ m+1 m+2 ಅವಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಫಾರ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಎನ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಫೈನೈಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಆ ಥಿಯರಮ್ನ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇಸ್ an by bn is less than l plus epsilon, an by bn is greater than l minus epsilon. This is by removing the modulus. ಈಗ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ? ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಎನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಿ ಎನ್ ಬೋತ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಜ್ ಆರ್ ಡೈವರ್ಜ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇದೆ, ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಡೈವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಡೈವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಿ ಎನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್, ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಿ ಎನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್, ಏನ್ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕೀಗ? ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಎನ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. From the above inequality we have, ಈ ಇನ್ಇಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಗೆ? an by bn is less than l plus epsilon ಮಾತ್ರ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. an by bn is less than l plus epsilon ಮಾತ್ರ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ. You will get an is less than l plus epsilon into bn. ಹೇಗೆ? ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಇಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, an by bn is less than l plus epsilon. You cross multiply this, you will get an is less than l plus epsilon into bn for every n. Next, first comparison test use more. What is the first comparison test? So first comparison test is like this. Sigma bn is convergent. Yes, we have taken sigma bn is convergent in the third comparison test. Sigma bn is convergent anta first ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್, each term an less than or equal to some number times bn. ನಂಬರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆ ಏನೇ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಎಲ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಎಪ್ಸಿಲಾನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಅದು ಒಂದು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ನಾನ್ ಝೀರೋ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಕೆ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಬಿ ಎನ್, ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಬಿ ಎನ್, 3 times ಬಿ ಎನ್, 4 times ಬಿ ಎನ್, 5 times ಬಿ ಎನ್ ಹೇಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು? ಕೆ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಬಿ ಎನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿ? ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ an is less than, ಇನ್ಇಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ, an is less than k times bn. k ಬದಲು ಯಾವ್ದಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ l plus epsilon ಇದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿನ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಏನಿದೆ? ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ n is also convergent ಅಂತ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿನ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಬೈ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ n is also convergent. ಯಾಕೆ? ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ bn is convergent. ಬರೀ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ bn ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಒಂದೇ ಕಾರಣ ಅಲ್ಲ, an is less than k times bn ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಆಗಿದೆ. an is less than l plus epsilon some k ಇದ್ದಾಗಿದೆ, k times bn. So therefore sigma n is also convergent. ಈ ಥಿಯರಮ್ನ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಏನಿದೆ? ಡೈವರ್ಜ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ. ಡೈವರ್ಜ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ bn ಡೈವರ್ಜ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ n ಕೂಡ ಡೈವರ್ಜ್ ಅಂತ ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡೋಣ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕೇಸ್ 2. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ bn be divergent. Can prove ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Sigma n is also divergent ಅಂತ prove ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Above the inequality, ಆ inequality ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಏನು? L minus epsilon less than an by bn ಅಂತಿತ್ತು. ಇದನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಓದ್ಬೋದು ಆಗ ಅಂದ್ರೆ an is greater than, ಈ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಓದೋಣ, an is greater than bn into L minus epsilon ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So an is greater than L minus epsilon into bn. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ. What is the second comparison test? Sigma n and bn are two positive terms. Sigma bn is divergent. ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ ನಾವೀಗ. ಈ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? an is greater than ಅಥವಾ greater than or equal to k some number times bn ಬರಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗೆ ಬಂದಿದೆಯಾ? greater than ಬರಬೇಕು, some number times ಬರಬೇಕು. So an is greater than L minus epsilon. K ಇದು k ಇದ್ದಾಗ k times bn. Second comparison test use ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, because L minus epsilon you can choose epsilon in such a way so that L minus epsilon can be made positive here. By second comparison test, sigma an is also divergent using second comparison test. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಎರಡು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಂತು. ಏನು? ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ bn ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ sigma an is also convergent. Sigma bn divergent ಆದ್ರೆ sigma an is also divergent. This test is very important in solving the problems. Next, this is called order test anta heltare. We call this. So here they are the series of positive set, and this set to be of the same order. We write sigma n is ಇದು ನೋಡ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನೇಮ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್. ಆ bn ಹೇಗೆ ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಹಿಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ಆಫ್ an, ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಆಫ್ an ಇದೆ. ಅದು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬೇಕು ನಿಮಗೆ. ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ ವಿ ಶಲ್ ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಆವಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್. ಲೆಟ್ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ an and sigma bn be two series of positive terms such that sigma bn is convergent and an plus 1 by an is less than or equal to bn plus 1 by bn, then sigma an is also convergent. Here what are the two things given? Two series, sigma n and sigma bn, and sigma bn is convergent, that is given. What we have to prove? Sigma an is also convergent. One more condition is given, that is an plus 1 by an is less than or equal to bn plus 1 by bn. ಈ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬಹಳ ರೇರ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಇನ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಇಟ್ ಕುಡ್ ಬಿ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ prove that the fourth comparison test. So for that, what is given? An plus 1 by an is less than or equal to bn plus 1 by bn. This is given, remember. Now what is Sn? It is the nth partial sum of the series sigma an. So what is the nth partial sum? Sum of n terms, that is a1 plus a2 plus a3 so on up to an. Tn, that is sum of n terms of second series sigma bn, that is b1 plus b2 b3 so on up to bn. What is given? One more thing is given. Sigma bn is convergent. ಈ theorem ನ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ. Sigma bn is convergent ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. Convergent definition ಏನು? Limit of tn as n tends to infinity L, which is a finite unique quantity. So convergence definition ಏನಲ್ಲಿ limit of tn as n tends to infinity is finite. Finite ಗೆ say call that as L. This is convergent. ಯಾಕೆ ಇದನ್ನ ತಗೋಬಹುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ because sigma bn is convergent ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. Convergent definition ಏನು? Its nth partial sum tends to a finite limit. So it's what is the nth partial sum of sigma bn? That is tn. So limit of tn as n tends to infinity is L. Now what is our Sn? N sum of n terms of sigma an, that is a1 plus a2 a3 so on an. Take a1 common in all these terms. ಎಲ್ಲದರಲ್ಲೂ a1 ಇಲ್ಲ, but a1 ಕಾಮನ್ ತೆಗೆಯೋಣ. If we take it outside, we will get 1 plus a2 by a1, a3 by a1, a4 by a1, so on an by a1. This is how, by taking a1 common. Next, this is equal to a1 into 1 plus a2 by a1 same, a2 by a1 ಹಾಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. a3 by a1 ಅನ್ನ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಹೇಗೆ? A3 by A2 into A2 by A1 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ A2 cancel ಆದರೆ ಅದು A3 by A1. So we have written A3 by A1 as A3 by A2 into A2 by A1. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ A2 cancel ಆದರೆ A3 by A1. ಹಾಗೆ ಮುಂದಿನ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಏನು ಬರೀಬಹುದು? A4 ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ A4 by A1 ಇತ್ತು, ಅದನ್ನು A4 by A3 by A2 into A2 by A1. ಅವಾಗ ನೋಡಿ A3 ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, A2 ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್, 3 ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ A1 into 1 plus. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೊಂದು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ, AN plus 1 by AN is less than or equal to BN plus 1 by BN. ಎಲ್ಲ ಎನ್ನಿಗೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ N1 ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ಬೋದು? N ಕೊಟ್ರೆ A1 1 plus 1 2, A2 by A1, ಎನ್ನಿಗೆ 1 ಕೊಟ್ರೆ A2 by A1 is less than or equal to B2 by B1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ A2 by A1 ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಬರೀಬಹುದು? less than or equal to B2 by B1 ಬರೀಬಹುದು. ಎನ್ನಿಗೆ 2 ಕೊಟ್ರೆ A3 by A1, A3 by 2, A2 is less than or equal to B3 by B2 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. A3 by A2 less than or equal to B3 by B2 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಎನ್ನಿಗೆ 2 ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. A2 by A1 less than or equal to, ಅದೊಂದು ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಹೇಗೆ? B2 by B1. A3 by A2 less than or equal to B3 by B2. A2 by A1 less than or equal to B2 by B1 plus so on. Further this is 1 plus B2 by B1. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ B2 ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಮೂರನೇ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ B2 ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗಿ B3 by B1. ಸೊ ಆನ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ BN by B1. ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಣ? ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದಿಸ್ LCM B1 LCM ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಎಲ್ಲದರಲ್ಲೂ B1 ಇದೆ. B1 LCM ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? B1 into 1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. B1 plus B2 plus B3 so on BN divided by B1 ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಆಚೆ ತೆಗೆದುಬಿಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ A1 by B1 into B1 plus B2 plus B3 plus BN. ಹೇಗೆ ಬಂತಿದ್ದು? LCM ತಗೊಂಡು ಆ LCM ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದನ್ನ ಆಚೆ ತೆಗೆದಿರೋದು. You will get B1 plus B2 plus B3 so on up to Bn. But what is B1 plus B2 plus B3 so on up to Bn? It is nth partial sum of sigma Bn, that is Tn. The left side ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ? Sn. ಈಗ ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. If you take the limit as n tends to infinity, this is less than or equal to a limit of A1 by B1 into Tn as n tends to infinity. So, but limit of Tn as n tends to infinity ಏನು ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, L, ಅದನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. So A1 by B1 into L. Remember, A1 is finite quantity, B1 is finite quantity, L is finite quantity. Finite into finite, that is finite. So which is a finite and unique quantity. Andre limit of Sn as into infinity is a unique finite quantity. Unique bantu andre nth partial sum of sigma An iru Sn andre. Adara limit to finite bandide andre, by definition of convergence, sigma An is convergent. ಏನು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು? ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು? two series sigma A and Bn are series of positive terms. Sigma Bn is convergent, and another condition is satisfied. An plus 1 by N less than or equal to Bn plus 1 by Bn. If this condition is satisfied, sigma An is also convergent, provided sigma Bn is convergent. So we have taken sigma Bn convergent. Ultimately, what we have proved? The series sigma An is also convergent. So this also an important, but we use this very rarely again. Next, fifth comparison test. This is also of least importance. So if sigma N and sigma Bn be two series of positive terms such that sigma Bn is divergent and An plus 1 by An greater than or equal to Bn plus 1 by Bn for every N, perhaps some finite number of terms in the beginning, then sigma An is also divergent. The proof is quite simple as the fourth comparison test. But divergence. So what we have is Sn is A1 plus A2 plus A3 so on up to An. Tn, nth partial sum B1 plus B2 plus B3 Bn. What is given? Sigma Bn is divergent. It is given. Next, limit of Tn as n tends to infinity is plus infinity because sigma Bn is divergent. What is our Sn? It is A1 plus A2 plus A3 so on up to An. So next, how can you write this? Taking A1 common here, A1 into 1 plus A2 by A1 A3 by A1 plus 1 AN by A1. Same principle as adopted in the fourth comparison test. A1 into 1 plus A2 by A1. A3 by A1 can be written as A3 by A2 into A2 by A1 plus 1. Further, this is greater than or equal to. Yake? Ili condition kottide greater than or equal to. Adrinda greater than or equal to A1 into 1 plus B2 by V1, B3 by V2, B2 by V1 plus so on. So again here B2, B2 cancels. What we will get is 1 plus B2 by V1, B3 by V1, Bn by V1. Take the LCM. What is the LCM? B1. Same principle here also. So take that B1 outside, you will get B1 plus B2 plus B3 so on up to Bn. But what is this B1 plus B2 so on up to Bn? That is Tn, A1 by B1. So limit of Sn as n tends to infinity is greater than or equal to, because we have greater than or equal to here. Limit A1 by B1 as n tends to infinity, but limit of Tn as n tends to infinity, because it is divergent, it is plus infinity. Substitute ಮಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ you will get infinity. Andre limit of Sn as n tends to infinity is infinity. Sn andre ಯಾವ್ದು? Sigma an in a nth partial sum. Therefore, sigma an is also divergent. Let us have one more that is called P series. It is very important. This series is very important. The proof of this will also be asked in the examination. Many of the problems can be solved using this P series. So what is that P series? That is sigma n equals 1 to infinity 1 by n raised to P. This is called P series. What is P there? P may be a number, real number. Real number andre half ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, 1 ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, √2 ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, √3 ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, 3/4 ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, 5 ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, so 0 ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, 1 ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಅದರಿಂದ so here sigma n equals 1 to infinity 1 by n raised to P is called the P series. So you have a theorem. What the theorem states is the P series sigma 1 by n raised to P. Then expand ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ n ಗೆ values ಕೊಡೋಣ. n ranges from 1 to infinity. n ಗೆ 1, p ಗಲ್ಲ, n ಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ. So you will get 1 by 1 raised to p plus 1 by 2 raised to p, n ಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ. 1 by 3 raised to p plus 1 by n raised to p plus so on up to infinity. ಇದು ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ if p is greater than 1, p value 1ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ p value 2 ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ 1 by n square ಇದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್, 1 by n cube ಇದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್, 1 by n raised to 4 ಇದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್, 1 by n raised to 3/2 ಇದ್ರೆ 3/2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1.5 ಅಲ್ವಾ, 1ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಆವಾಗಲೂ ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್. 1 by n raised to √2 ಇದ್ರೆ √2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು 1.41, 1.41 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. So then also it is convergent. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನ p ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿದ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದು, ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆಂಟೋ ಡೈವರ್ಜೆಂಟೋ. p ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ 1 ಇದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್. ಡೈವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ if p less than or equal to 1, 1ಗಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಇದೆ p ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, p ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಹಾಫ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದು 1ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ, 1 by n raised to half ಇದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ 1 by √n ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ so it is divergent. Equal to 1 ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ 1 by n, p ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 1 ಇದ್ರೆ 1 by n, sigma 1 by n, that is divergent. So let us have the proof of this, because we have a lengthy proof for this. So after this proof, let us work many more problems in the next class. For the time being, I shall close this. Do you have any doubts? So somebody should unmute and tell me. Are you able to understand this clearly? Yes.
Yes.
ಹೇಳಿ ಯಾರಾದರೂ, or put it in chat box. Very good, thank you. I have a good compliment here. Okay, right. Thank you. And I shall close this.